Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. 97 ways we gon' live it. You can't tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me a bag. 97 ways we gon' live it. Big Mac in the building. 97 ways we gon' live it. We gon' live it. 97 ways we gon' live it. You can't tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me up back.
100,000 feel like something when you're thumbing through it. Done it when some would say one would be dumb to do it. Running circles round rappers on their last lap. PayPal perhaps. Ass cap the cash app. Ass app is how I expect the next direct deposit. Positivity love phone posits. Check the closet. To say we touching paper is an understatement. Underground label running late. Tell them run the payment. Executive decisions. Check the balance. Time to monetize the talents. I accept the challenge. Memory a crazy tune. 111 days. Local for my days. 97 ways.
97 ways we gon' live it. You can't tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me a bag. 97 ways we gon' live it. Big Mac in the building. 97 ways we gon' live it. We gon' live it. 97 ways we gon' live it. You can't tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me up back.
Unable to fake it, fuck how they take it. Heard about the meeting, I was able to make it. Just sick of watching Sherm heads squabble each other while the judge steady handing out lottery numbers. It go down year round, ain't gotta be summer. Life's a bitch and niggas never get apologies from her. Dumber, big and little homies frequently locking. Don't see no other options, that's the reason they flocking. SPI ain't the nigga, how you figure fat? Gift the gab, every gig get a bigger bag. Either name your price or it's appropriation. Finesse game, nigga nice with negotiations.
97 ways we gon' live it. You can't tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me a bag. 97 ways we gon' live it. Big Mac in the building. 97 ways we gon' live it.
Nightwood Nip Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake Show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch!
My nigga Spider Low.
Spider Low, nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low, that's my nigga.
Spider Low. Spider Low.
Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
You are now in the black box with the homie Spider Low, the most eastiest. Facts over feelings, keeping it a Google Plex. Feel my campaign.
Spider Low, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
Google gang. Straight legend. Google gang. SBI. Google gang. Google gang in here. You better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google, man.
Bottom line, love life, show us a blessing. Pull up politic and blow us a session. Spot a local most easty. No mistake in the station. They making them statements. We waking and baking. Word of the day, EC on replay. The marijuana-thon with VJ Keyway. BS and BS. Killing on the track in the black box. We never put feelings over facts. Bay Machiavelli, run me the bread. I don't get mad, I get money instead. I be high, you can tell by a nigga eyes. But wise enough to enterprise, you dig a lies. Contemplating with the Google gang, conversating. Counting coins while these cowards in the comments hating. Only thing count, my count getting another comma. I'm a magnet to the money on my mother mama.
Better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts press, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts press, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google, gang.
You can't keep it a Google, then don't mention me. Run a check through the set, I bet them niggas mention me. Red Bull and Hennessy, I keep the same energy. No matter on a solo or a couple homies with me. Tell them come get me if they want confrontation. I keep a couple shooters with me. And we right here waiting on shit to pop off. Take a nigga top off, you tempt me. All that BS, you can miss me. Slide down Century, doing about 60 in the gutter lane. Faded off yak and drop the pistol, hopping out the rain. I won't change, keep it a Google, the only way. Mention me, I come out and play. That's on the gang. We're not the same. I ain't nothing like these rap niggas. Hanging with bangers, no bodyguards, we all strapped, nigga. All truth, no lies, facts over feelings. We ain't gon' start something we can't finish. Google gang.
Better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts press, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts press, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google gang.
Be back in the black box as we below us a session on my mama. Do the trolls feel like kamikaze bombers when they come in the chat and say, Spider Loc the police, knowing they gonna get zapped up out of here? Do they feel like they wouldn't sacrifice their life to put in some work? Oh my mama, that shit is so funny. What it do, Google gang? Blue Wrench, mob, all my peoples, my good peoples, the looky-loos, the haters, and all y'all. I bid y'all a good evening here from the Black Box. Y'all know me, I'm Spider Loc, a.k.a. VJ Keyway. VJs play videos. I am a Keyway. That's where that come from. It's crazy, man, as we try to start the new year dedicating ourselves to nothing but positivity and content that is without politics. When it comes to this gang stuff, it's crazy. Even created out of my own brain, what Adam 22 calls the best podcast duo ever. The idea came from this brain, Kicking Cack being booed. I find it odd that Adam never described it as the best ever podcast duo until he was celebrating seemingly that it was over. While it was in existence, he never classified it or described it as such. I just find that ironic. But outside of that, it's crazy because how these niggas done got on the internet in they cells, bro, and got to telling all these tales, bro. And mentioning on multiple occasions my homies. Not just ECs, but Keyways, neighborhoods, Raymonds, niggas that's like real close, tight allies with my section, right? My platform is not developed or established for gangbang politics. Everybody is fully aware of that. I push and press that on a consistent, continuous basis. However, I happen to know some people that are active still that I'm extremely fond of. And they don't participate on this internet shit, right? And every now and then, my platform is utilized to allow them to have a voice to respond to things that they are drug into online. I do not believe in this culture of getting in a cell and start telling all these dirty tales about what happened to this person, that person, here, there, when, and where. It reminds me of Neighborhood Ned. What he say? The nigga say, always talking about that little shit you did. We don't say nothing about that big shit we did. We just see each other nod. We know what it is. It's like I happen to be connected to the the people who are basically responsible for doing the majority of the terrorizing in the California penal system, county prison combined. My homies are documented, known through the years for doing the majority of the terrorizing. And I would never utilize my platform to get out here to try to expose, express that, name dates. And that's just not never. I was on the internet doing this before any of my peers that are doing it. All the ones in this sector, I preceded all of them. The idea that my homies have been notoriously destructive in the system is something I've been fully aware of the whole time. Never, ever in my mind thought to utilize my platform to try to express that. In the last few days, a week or so, I've talked to more members than I've talked to in a long time. A lot of people are requesting to come on the platform to respond to certain things that were said about them directly. Shout out my nigga Fudd from 9-0. Young and Hefe said something, I haven't heard it. He apparently said something about the homie. I ain't talked to Fudd in I don't know how long, because tapping in. Want to clarify what it was ever said about him. I talked to Tony Munchie from Inglewood Family for about 45 minutes yesterday. Me, him, and my homie Newborn Milk. Shout out to Tony Munchie. We talked like men, gangsters. I talked to Savage Blue from 69th Street, neighborhood to the neighborhood, east side to the Lokester, as well as Jay Hood. I had Jay Hood on the phone with one of my homies from my set, Newborn Milk, because Jay Hood mentioned him online. They had a back and forth. They know each other well for years, I think since the juvenile system. And the culmination of that conversation was Jay Hood agreed to no longer discuss my homies online in the manner that he's been doing it, and I respected and appreciated that, right? However, Newborn Milk still feel like he needs to come on and tell his side of the story. This is what we've been told since kids. There are two sides to every story, if not three. Your side, their side, and then the truth. So although I'm not very interested in, which I could have been doing all along, talking about how tough and terrorizing my homies are in the system, is not what I want to do. But even with Jay Hood agreeing to cease his campaign, I'm not going to deny any of my homies, Savage Blue included, Newborn Milk, or anyone else that was mentioned, an opportunity to present their side of the story if they do so choose. I'm not pulling nobody arm or twisting nobody arm or begging them to, but I've had some requests, just like the homie Baby Lomac requested to come on and respond to Baby Braids. It seems the black box has been designated by the Keyways as a spot good enough to when their name is thrown out in this bullshit, this is a platform where they feel comfortable coming, expressing themselves and responding, and I accept that. You dig it, Lodge? But like I say, I just spoke to so many members recently. It's crazy. I don't know why I finally understand why 4-Leaf name rings so many bells. I didn't understand that the coldest Crips from their generation, especially neighborhoods, the ones who feel like they the hogs, the real hogs, they say, but they look, 4-Leaf and 4Extras, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I learned a lot about these individuals throughout this. Yeah, I kind of understand now a lot better because I talked to my homie Tiny J Box. I talked to a lot of Keyways that know a lot about a lot of these situations, homie. And like I told y'all, cuz off top, not only did that sound like an exaggeration, it sounded like bullshit. Not taking nothing from Jay Hood, cuz was hella active with my homies, bro. But just notice how ironic it was. As soon as Sandman came up, the first thing we started talking about was age difference, size difference. But when we talk about Jay Hood and who he was victorious with and dominant over, we never talk about size and age. However, I promise you, I've heard some detailed stories about a lot of interactions that some individuals may or may not come here on the platform and want to share their side of the story. But I appreciate J Hood not only agreeing to cease this campaign, but also taking down that video about Savage Blue. I'm not sure if it has yet been done. He says someone else handles those type of activities for him. So that was sometime yesterday evening. I believe he's a man of his word, and that will be done as he stated. Yeah, I guess that's the little bit of the preamble I wanted to speak on about what I've been up to as far as gathering information, not intentionally. It's just been coming inward. People tapping in. Cuz so-and-so said this. So-and-so said this. Why these niggas on YouTube with this? I don't know, cuz. You know I don't fuck around. What's happening? You trying to respond? Yeah, cuz. I just can't get to the phone like this, cuz. You know I ain't really with that internet shit, cuz. But because I can't have my name floating around. So a lot of that is going on. And I'm designating the black box as Grand Central for the keyways on this internet if they do so desire to respond, react, not introduce. We don't introduce. We can go on a campaign introducing. I done heard some stories about 4-Leaf. I done heard stories about 15 Damus rolling it up off of one tier at a time. I could name some of them names that was there. I seen this nigga YG Nut popping heavy big boy politics on a panel the other day. Nigga told me to tell he was at a cell with 4-Leaf allegedly. And there's stories of 4-Leaf telling him. Matter of fact, I took some notes just for this purpose because I didn't want to not remember what Cuz told him to say. He's supposed to tell Cuz. And I think YG Nut was one of them 15 that wrote it up. But they say EC. They say everybody knows. Since we telling jailhouse stories, I'm gonna do my little part. I heard everybody talking about what they heard. Because B Brains only heard Lil Mac poster had said boo. You feel me? So I heard that YG Nut name was Neighborhood Nut. They said it's a legendary story of him smacking his lips in the cell one time, and 4-Leaf say, "Cuz you better not smack your lips in my cell again, nigga. You my cousin, you know that, nigga." So that's just the type of stories. His stories about, ain't gonna name where he's from, 4-Leaf and an enemy in the cell. And he knock a nigga out. Knock him out, hit him so hard when a nigga head fall over and hit the toilet flush. He take the nigga by the dreads, banging his head into the toilet and all that. And the routine is so cold that they had going on because 4-Leaf was the enforcer, according to the homies. I'm just telling y'all what I heard. I guess that's the trend these days. He's so cold. The homie right there, like, I ain't gonna name that homie. What up, cuz? Want me to hit him with the peanut butter? No, that's played out. We gonna do something new. Get the razor. And they supposedly, allegedly whacked out his hood on his booty cheeks. I'm not celebrating that. I'm not one that is with violence and then doing anything around anywhere. That's not my thing. But I understand why certain names is hated so much in general by the homies. I understand now why 4 Extras is so hated. You digalize, not that he has those type of stories, but my homies that I know is beasts, that's hogs, that's in 4 Extras generation. They be speaking about another nigga that they giving props to, and this is the type of phrases they'll say. Like, yeah, Cuz was doing this, but Cuz ain't no 4 Extras, Cuz ain't 4 Extras level, and these is hogs, Cuz these is not niggas that's like, see, these conversations really are not made for the internet, homie. The shit that happened in jail and all that, especially not while niggas are still current jailing and all that. That's really some whole shit, my nigga. Like I say, always talking about that little shit you did. You don't say nothing about that big shit we did. We just see each other, and you know what it is. That's enough of that for right now. Y'all see the title. Big Meech wrote a letter to Little Meech showing 50 Cent love. And of course, this letter was not anytime recent. This letter was of a time past, but it really shedded a lot of light on different gave me a different perspective on what may be going on now and what may have actually taken place against 50, between 50 and Meech. Remember, I had it all summed up. Meech was scamming, scheming the whole time. Like 50 wouldn't fuck with me when I was before. Now I'm down. He an opportunity. I'm looking at it like opportunities. I'm looking at it like I'm hitting the lick. Now when I get out, fuck 50, I'm on my slick shit. That's how I kind of like figured Meech's perspective was. But after reading his letter, I'm not sure. Makes me think there's something we're not seeing, or maybe Meech really did just do opposite of what his heart had expressed at one time. So, damn, I forget the homie name right here, who channel this is, who we got the, who I'm finna react to. But, I don't say his channel right here. But anyway, he reacted to it. He's going to read the letter. And I want us to read the letter together or listen to him read it, analyze it, and then think about what they're going through from the perspective of, at one point, Big Meech wrote a letter to Lil Meech and said this.
You can see that there's some right there. He says, the subject, the date, October 8th, 2021, from Demetrius Flannery. Subject, life and death. Message.
He's writing this to his son. And look how dramatic it starts off. Life and death.
Subject, life and death. Message. Keep in touch so we can talk about the 3rd and 4th episode and whatever you out there doing, all positive vibes. I really love 50 for help.
Now, keep in mind, 3rd and 4th episode is in the very beginning, because aren't they on multiple seasons now, 4th to 5th season? This apparently is the 1st or 3rd or 4th episode of the 1st season. My bad. Let's go to see, get into it a little bit.
And whatever you out there doing, all positive vibes. I really love 50 for helping us make all this happen for us.
That's a strong
It's
word.
like he the only one to sincerely come.
Really love. It's like he's the only one to sincerely. Those are very strong words.
Through and put us on the 100% legitimate, successful path. And he never owed us ish, but gave us everything. When almost all of the sports and entertainers I've known most of my life never spoke up or helped us get on the path to legitimacy. What 50 has done for us, to me.
I can say this. That was Meech's whole plan and plot. He was trying to find a way to do what he was doing, leverage what he had, go legitimate, and beat the game. He didn't quite do it. So I could imagine at this point in his life, him feeling this way, not neglecting to acknowledge that even if he felt this way sincerely and genuinely at one point, now it appears he's betrayed these sentiments. That does not mean that from this point on up until now, he did not learn things about 50 that he then started to appreciate him less. We don't know if the business dealings were revealed to be less than favorable in Meech's regard. We don't know what is taking place since this letter. Let's keep that in mind. But it does seem here at this point, he was down with 50 against everyone.
On the path to legitimacy. What 50 has done for us, to me, is priceless. And there's nothing we, meaning you and I, won't do for him.
Now, hearing all that, either Meech is just a piece of shit or something has happened since this point that 50 is responsible for that Meech don't appreciate.
Ever if needed. I love you, son, with all my heart, and for life and death, your dad, the real Big Meech, BMF, immortal. What's funny is I remember that going public back.
Me too. I would have never remembered it had not all this transpired, and then he brought it back up and read it. But once he did do so, it has a ring of familiarity to me.
Back a while ago. You know, it wasn't no real reason to remember it because it just seemed like, you know, it seemed like regular thorough-ish. You know what I'm saying? Just standard
Facts.
Standard real N-word policies.
Facts.
You know, everybody always thought Meech was solid, so sending that, you know, that wasn't news that he said something that was in line with what was going on. But now it's looking real different. So, all right. Now, with that message in mind, citizens, do you feel like 50 is out of pocket for expecting loyalty after a message like that? And the message went public, because it ain't like...
I'm going to leave the reaction to his thing, and that is Monster Nation. Go tap in with Monster Nation. I appreciate your content, homie. We reacted to it. I'm going to leave the question at that, because I'm going to act as if he just asked me that question. Because like I said, if y'all been rocking with me on the little bit of coverage we've been giving to this subject, I had a certain perspective. I had a specific perspective. And now I have to admit, I'm not quite sure what are the actual dynamics that are at play at this point, man. Oh, my mama. Still giving Meech the benefit of the doubt, just because it ain't really my business. Don't really give a but we're spectating at this point because this is public content. I'm not analyzing this from any personal perspective as far as a relationship I've had with Meech or 50. I'm just looking from the outside in. I can't help but utilize what I know about each individual's character to develop my opinion. That's impossible for me not to do. But even what I know about each individual's character with the statements I've made prior to this, I am willing to express and admit right now I'm somewhat confused, man. Because if Neil was writing letters like that to me, bro, and we had that type of understanding locked in, and I really felt that way, I got a junior. Lil Meech, like my name, when I was growing up, they used to call me Nori. My name is Norvell, so my name was Nori. It's a Lil Nori. And even though I was the youngest of my brothers, so they used to call me Little Nori, even though it wasn't no Big Nori. But because I'm Big Nori, my son is Lil Nori, so I've been hearing Lil Nori. I used to be Lil Nori, now it's another Lil Nori. So I know what having a Lil Meech is, bro. So if I ever was telling Lil Nori what Big Meech was telling Lil Meech about anybody, and the only person I've ever talked to Lil Nori about in that fashion to my son was Puto. Rest in peace. I love you, my nigga. I miss you, cuz. For Death Doe, 3 up top. That's the only person I've ever described to any of my children, family members in such a fashion. And to the day he died, there was no reason for me to ever go back to anyone I ever described him in such a manner as and change anything. He lived up to it fullest. So if by chance Meech wrote that letter, felt that way about 50, and 50 never switched up and did nothing that Meech didn't expect, and it's not something else that took place, and I'm acknowledging the fact that that may have happened, and Meech still will be all right. But if Meech felt that way, talking about ain't nothing, once you say it ain't nothing we won't do, it should be easy not to take a picture with a nigga or two. So if you really meant that and 50 ain't switch up on you and did no bullshit, then I would think I would have to cast my vote as Meech being a bullshit nigga. Oh, my mama. It'd be one thing if he wrote that letter to 50 and was capping him out. But to write that letter to your son and have your son so confused that he's texting 50 trying to express loyalty and say fuck Rick Ross, I don't know. Meech done got himself in the mix, bro. Oh, my mama. Because maybe because they say the letter went public. Is that one of the only letters that ever went public throughout this process between Meech and his son? And if so, could it possibly still be a play? Could Meech be really got a cold chess game and been plotting and politicking way back then, exposed that letter
to give me leverage to make a motherfucker think I'm more appreciative than I am, make them think I'm more vulnerable, rocking to sleep. I'm just saying, a nigga who was able to pull off what Meech and his brother was able to pull off in regarding the whole BMF enterprise is not no slow nigga, bro. So it may sound far-fetched. Shout out Big Scrap, Cliche 93 TV. He had like a conspiracy, a theory about it being a play, the whole get down yesterday. And I couldn't really get into that. However, now I'm kind of suspicious that, I don't know, bro. This shit is just crazy. It's very entertaining at this point. I never watched this series, but the fact that, you know, I know about small stuff that nobody know, like nobody would really know. And a lot of people still don't know because our platform is not that large. Our voice doesn't have that much reach, but a lot of people don't know that I personally was trying to arrange meetings with 50 and Meech before Meech went to jail. So me knowing that and from thinking about everything from beginning day one, I be factoring all that into what we seeing play out. However, it may or may not have anything to do with anything. You digitalize. Oh my. Let me see what some comments is talking about. Bangum Smurf put his life on the line for 50 and 50 switched up at him, so I don't feel sorry for that nigga. No, it's not about feeling sorry. Hey, yo, facts over feelings in the black box. When we get in the black box, we take our feelings and leave them at the door. We not feeling sorry for nobody. We analyzing this just from perspective of logic, man. You digitalize. I agree. Meech played right into the bullshit, the fake Rick Ross hands, my opinion. Let me see. So you think Meech owes 50 not to be partying the way he is with the individual and everything that come with it? You think that there's a reality where Meech was gonna come home with and avoid the man who made the song, I Think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover? I told y'all, Meech told me all he ever really wanted out of his experience and his journey at the point where he knew the feds was coming for him. All he said, Spider, all I asked for is one of these rap niggas like take my life and my story and adopt it for their own and just try to live vicariously through me type shit. So I personally know the impact. I don't know if he had a personal relationship with Rick Ross, if Rick Ross made that song with Meech having knowledge of it being made, or if Meech was just on the unit on the yard one day and heard it bumping. I don't know how it took place. I would like to believe it was the latter. I would love to believe Meech was on the weight pile, had his cup of mud, doing his regular program, listen to the radio station he always listens to, and out of nowhere he heard, I Think I'm Big Meech. I know that shit. That would be the best way to be able to appreciate that record, in my opinion. However, I don't know how it took place, how it transpired. But for that to be in play, 50 is the first time since before he got on with that whole Preem shit, I think he's been beefing with a non-rapper. Meech ain't no rapper. Meech is what he got his feet wet on. Preem and them, a gangster. You feel me? It's different. I think 50 success at trolling and beefing with rappers has him thinking them same tactics are going to be effective against Big Meech and whatever Big Meech is trying to accomplish, and Big Meech is not a rapper. 50 doing a documentary exposing all that is not going to have the effect on Big Meech that it will have on a rapper because it's not news. And from what I can gather, I've listened, soaked in, taken in a lot of content related to the subject, and it seems as if the only evidence they have to even indicate that Meech maybe have been aware of what was going on at this point is the female saying so. And that's according to the federal affidavits and documents that I've seen other YouTubers analyze, break down, and present. I haven't read anything myself, to be honest. However, the female, we don't know, may have text messages. She may have letters. She may have been recording certain conversations that Meech thought was private. So we never know how it's gonna turn out, man. Oh my mama, but it's getting more and more interesting by the day, I will say. He ain't a rapper, but he had them bars. Lil Meech is a good boy. He ain't street. He was too rich growing up. This conversation has nothing to do with whether or not Lil Meech is street. I don't know where that statement even came from. Oh, my mama. 50 Son is trolling. Yeah, I peeped nephew. Shout out Marquise, man. It's crazy to see him look like, I could imagine, I can't, like, if I had just met him today or been introduced to him today, can y'all imagine that's that little nigga that was in that 50 Cent video? I used to be around him when he was just like a little boy, man. That's just crazy. He got all that hair on his face and he's a grown man. I feel grateful to see him look healthy and happy, man. I know he's had a rough life as far as media. Usually kids in his position, like you just said about Lil Meech, we don't consider their life to be rough. And we know his life wasn't rough as far as his basic necessities. But coming from adolescence into teen and having the king troll on the internet be your father, not fuck with you, but also troll you, has had to be rough, bro. But it seems like he faces the camera in the world with a confidence like it doesn't faze him. Oh my mama. And I think Lil Meech, in the troll game, he played himself. At one point, we saw it in our last episode when Marquise was going through shit with his daddy, begging for attention, even being willing to pay for it. Lil Meech trolled Marquise about it and called him stupid or a dummy. He used some very like aggressive terminology toward him. So I want to give nephew his props. Because even when he trolled him back, he didn't stoop to that level. He just laughed and had a little fun. Reminded me of the old 50. Oh, my mama. Business is different, loco. Always. Fifth got to do superpowers from... Fifth got to do superpower. You lost me, Brody. Cuz still playing itself. Who was playing itself? Anything would have happened to 50 Preem would have been the first they questioned. Y'all throwing me off. Shit, Jimmy Henchman wasn't square neither. Hey, look, Jimmy Henchman wasn't no square, but guess what? Jimmy Henchman used to wear slacks, office shirts, button-up shirts, tucked in his pants, waist up, and flat shoes, no jewelry. Looked like a square. Tell you a quick story about that, then I'm gonna get up out of here. When me and Game first started like having tension in our relationship, and it got to the point where at first, anytime Game had any type of function in LA, I would know about it days or weeks ahead of time. And then when I was becoming affiliated with G Unit and our relationship was changing, it got to a point where he was having a whole full-blown video shoot, and I didn't know about it until like hours before it happened. So me and my boy Crash, shout out Trap LA, we went up there with the camera, I think, and I basically went up there just to like pop up like, damn, you ain't gonna tell me you thought you was gonna do this video without me. I had been at mostly everything he had did recently in this block of time. So I didn't go up there to start no trouble, just to make my presence known, pop up. It's when him, Big Face, G-Rod, the whole original crew was still cool. So I remember when I went in there, I just really went in there to present my energy on some like, yeah, I'm here. What's happening? What's up with y'all? What's up? And so when I walked in the trailer, I'm dapping everybody up, showing love, woo woo, but aggressive. You know, if you understand the energy, you understand. I'm on my tip a little bit, like, yeah, I'm here. Thought, yeah, woo woo. So I remember seeing a nigga dressed the way I just described, with the slacks, the button up. And one thing I couldn't forget was he had a scar on his face, but I didn't really think nothing of it. But he looked at like what you said he's not, a square, basically. So when I'm coming, I know basically everybody else that's in the trailer, 2T's and all them. So when I'm coming in greeting them, I'm acknowledging them, shaking their hand. But when I see this nigga in the slacks, I'm like, I didn't have no idea who he was. I like give him the most energy that I don't give the members. I just give him like I don't shake his hand or nothing. Like I'm showing him whoever you is, I don't give a fuck. I'm only finna address the people I know. And you see that it's kind of like the way I'm dressed. You can tell there's something in the room, whoever you is. And that was that. Never thought about that moment again. And then later on, Jimmy Henchman name started coming up again because 50 was beefing with him. Only thing I knew about him before, I know I've been rolling the blunt a long time. Whoever watching is gonna say something, fuck you. But I knew about Jimmy Henchman name from Tupac, bam. But then like his name started popping again with this 50 shit move. And I remember one day I seen him in a magazine, and I'm hearing all this cold shit about Jimmy Henchman. Like, this is a cold nigga, this is a cold nigga. Then I look in the magazine, I seen that scar on the face. I'm like, damn, that's the nigga that was in that trailer that I gave the most energy to, thinking he the weak link because he looks like exactly what you said he's not, or you said a square dressed like. Don't judge a book by its cover, bro. I almost got my name on a cold nigga list for nothing. This is what I've known ever since I realized that was Jimmy Henchman. And I be recalling this story in my private life. We talking and chilling. I always say this. I know for a fact the energy I had when I came in that trailer, as soon as I left, Jimmy Henchman asked, like, who the fuck is that? What's up with him? I know he did, because that's the type of moment it was. And he got the most of it because he was the eyeball. So, you know, you coming in to address the people you know, to look them in their eyes and establish that little what's happening. And he wasn't that. So when I looked at him, he was irrelevant. He just got a real, and I swear to God, this nigga didn't flinch. He didn't show no reaction. He didn't get himself involved in the moment because he's out of town. He don't know what's what. He see my energy. He's a real gangster. I know they say he told, but I'm telling you, a lot of times real gangsters tell in the end. Sometimes they tell all along the way. I don't glorify the word gangster, saying like all gangsters is good, even if they gangster. But Jimmy Henchman was a motherfucking gangster, bro. And when you fucking with a real gangster, you can underestimate a nigga and get yourself fucked off. Writing a check with your mouth that your ass can't cash. And that's another old one the old timers used to tell us. Don't write a check with your mouth that your ass can't cash. How many of y'all remember that one? These guys are letting y'all know that every move just for entertainment purposes. It's all an act. You know what? Best case scenario with the 50 Cent, Meech, and I don't know, it's not an act. Rick Ross is not involved in an act like this, bro. Rick Ross is personally invested in this 50 Cent beef, bro. I'm not buying that's an act. Nah. That don't fly, my guy. I was having to tell Scrap that last night. I was basing it off of Meech's character. But now, when you're talking about the whole entire thing, no, Rick Ross is not finally saying, all right, bro, and 50 is not ever, in my assessment, opinion, going to agree to being in an act where he's being the one called broke, being called a bitch, told to slide down the wall and all that. 50 ain't with that, my nigga. Yeah, somebody said it's never acting. This is too personal. Hood on my mama. Yes, hey, Miss Parker. You know Miss Parker stepping thing. Miss Parker, is you in your front yard right now watering the grass with some little Daisy Duke song? Just keep it real, Miss Parker. We want to know. Oh, Baba. I ain't had no whole bunch of shit loaded up, man. That's about all I wanted to get into, just to stay committed to my continuous, consistent content creating conquest. Ooh, I found one. Y'all heard all those. Check them scoreboards. I'm not sure which ones you talking about. Who y'all got in the Super Bowl, man? It's almost taboo to go against your boy from KC at this time, Mahomes. But the last time the Eagles went against Mahomes in the Super Bowl, I was pushing for Hurts. He didn't quite pull it off. And I'm not no betting man, especially when it comes to sports. But I know a nigga got 500 on the Eagles. He knows so many stats about the referees. The head referee that's refereeing the game, the Eagles ain't never lost when he ref the game. Niggas that bet is considering stuff like that. That shit get too complicated for me. Oh, my mama. Oh, he said, oh, Miss Parker is my wife. Who was talking about her? Oh, so Dan Man Cologne and Miss Parker, y'all married? Oh, y'all in here together, hanging out, spying and shit. That's crazy. Yeah, Prince. Young nigga Prince the Butcher. SPI hit my line, hood. You from Young? You gotta identify yourself better than that if you want me to hit your line. I'm not sure who you is. Otherwise, if we got each other line, you gonna have to hit mine. Or you could quit faking it, trying to go big and tap in and get my line if we really need to talk. Oh, you from 69th Street? East the deal, cuz. Let me turn you on with the blue wrench. You got to tap in, cuz. I talked to Savage Blue today, cuz. Pistol put me on the phone with cuz East Side. Cuz I want to come in here and pop his shit. So, my low, yeah, tap in, E double. Shout out my nigga Tiny Biscuit. I politic with cuz today, too. Cuz gave me a lot of insight on a lot of shit. And cuz you know, I talked to nigga Timmy Tucker from A-Trade Gangster, cuz he up there with my homie Newborn Milk on Selena's B-Yard, cuz he a G nigga, reputable, cuz put a lot of game in my ear, cuz I respected that, cuz. Shout out to the entire moving car. And on that note, man, I'm finna get up out of here, man. I'm glad y'all pulled up with politic with me because you know gratitude is the attitude. It show is a blessing to be back in the black box as we blow us a session, man. Y'all go tap in with all the content on the channel. Run it up, man. Let's do what it do. We getting real close to that 100K. It's been a long journey. Let's get it over there. If you ain't subscribed, go subscribe. You know I don't go on these rants. Like, share, comment, tell a friend, and all that. Even though ends don't need no friends. Before you think about it, I shall be back again. Shout out Trifling, Crazy in the Hood, East Side, Long Beach, rolling 20 crib.
I was on a jail call, but they gon' have to call back. I would holler free cuz, but they ain't gon' do that. Last nigga tried me, got his shit blew back. Shit crazy in the hood, you gotta keep your two straps. It get crazy in the hood, but we controlling all that. You know the hoes gon' be hoes and hood rats is hood rats. Me gun smoking, Two-Face spent the lap a couple times on the yard, but I got tired of doing that. Nephew will tell you when I ran out my sack, I was cutting down pills, but they could tell it was a crack. Not too many niggas get down like way back. I would holler free ghosts, but they don't want the loc back. I was on the lane, sipping on the block with no strap. I ain't never did that since last time I did that. Would be telling if I said it when they got some get back. Drugs in my body, I'm just trying to get back. Packing the mail, wrapped in a gift wrap. When your name ringing bells, ain't no time to fix that. 4800 when my bed rolled back. Yard on the roof, mandatory for the blacks. 6-man sale, got my store on my rack. Selling on the payphone, trying to get his bitch back. Not too many niggas get down like way back. I would holler free blue, but here S&Y rap. Trying to be true, but you can't define that. Go against the line, gotta push the line back. Go against mine, we got 99 straps. Guns in my hood, same kind as Iraq. Blend in the wood, I forgot to pass back. Strings on the hoodie, tied like a wave cap. Bullet from an F&N, push you way back. Time in the pen, never get my days back. Each perk 10 cost $20 flat. If you want it fronted, I need 25 back. Last nigga tried me, got his shit blew back. Shit crazy in the hood, you gotta keep your two straps. It get crazy in the hood, but we controlling all that. You know the hoes gon' be hoes and hood rats and hood rats. Me gun smoking, Two-Face spent the lap a couple times on the yard, but I got tired of doing that. Nephew will tell you when I ran out my sack, I was cutting down pills, but they could tell it wasn't crack. Not too many niggas get down like way back. I would holler free ghosts, but they don't want the loc back. I was on the lane, sipping on the block with no strap. I ain't never did that since last time I did that. Would be telling if I said it when they got some get back. Drugs in my body, I'm just trying to get back. Packing the mail, wrapped in a gift wrap. When your name ringing bells, ain't no time to fix that.
That's my loc right there. That's my day uno. Only me and him in his two-door Benz. That's my bro. We don't call each other friends, day uno. Even ride with me to the end. Even let me have the last shot at him. That's my day uno. We stay cracking. And when I die, he one of the niggas carrying my casket. Gang bang active. Really with the shit, stay banged up. My day one and never changed up. That's my day uno.
Niggas know air since day uno. For rare recitors, and I'ma say puto. And I mean that with all due disrespect to the ops off tops if you diss the set. This man though, I go half on the sack with him. Double back on foot with the Mac with him. Cognac, that's what my joint drank, period. I done seen him do it point blank. Neighborhood for death though, EC on mine. Every time, still get my nigga 3 up high. When it's cracking, he usually a trip before me in 03 introduced me to Nip. Got a lot of politics between the two turfs. Choose to keep it mafia like Blue Smurf. Half the time, I don't even like her. But I ain't never met a nigga like
That's my day uno. Only me and him in his two-door Benz. That's my bro. We don't call each other friends, day uno. Even ride with me to the end. Even let me have the last shot at him. That's my day uno. We stay cracking. And when I die, he one of the niggas carrying my casket. Gang bang active. Really with the shit, stay banged up. My day one and never changed up. That's my day uno. So when it come to dying, it ain't nothing. Killing ain't shit either. Enemies know we stay hunting. We know it's wrong, but we love it. Where you wanna take it? We in the streets. We don't mind a little confrontation. Whole lot of gunplay with me and my low. I'm talking pistol with the scopes when we out on patrol. Hunting for domes. My low was a fool when he get it in. Pull up on him like cuz, let's slide in. Getting in. Lil Mac down, my bro. Ain't gotta prove a point. It's facts over feelings in my SPI boy. M's be the logo. That's my day uno. We ain't friends. It's only me and cuz in this Benz. Like identical twins. We on that same shit. Day unos. Them be the niggas that I bang with. A lot of politics between both gangs, it is what it is. The homies little gang. That's my day uno. Only me and him in his two-door Benz. That's my bro. We don't call each other friends, day uno. Even ride with me to the end. Even let me have the last shot at him. That's my day uno. We stay cracking. And when I die, he one of the niggas carrying my casket. Gang bang active. Really with the shit, stay banged up. My day one and never changed up. That's my day uno.